It is another hot and muggy night here in the Rose City. Another night of Portland Pickles baseball. As tonight, the Pickles, speaking of hot, take on arguably the hottest team in the South Division right now in the Bend Elks. Another in-state showdown here in the West Coast League. We once again welcome you high above Walker Stadium, everyone. Ben Creighton on hand for another night of Pickles baseball. As you saw the last couple of nights, the last series, the Pickles took the series from the Port Angeles Lefties, but fell in Game 3 of the series last night in a pitcher's duel 3-2. The Bend Elks have won 5 straight games, and they've been getting it done because of their play inside the box. They scored 39 total runs in their sweep over the Wenatchee Apple Sox, and in those 5 straight wins, 55 total runs in that span for this Elks offense. They are absolutely clicking right now as the Pickles pitching staff is really got to be on their game in this 3-game series. Let's get to the starting lineups. First, the order for the Bend Elks tonight, coming in with an overall record of 17-19, 7-5 in the second half of the season. Sam Linscott will lead it off, the center fielder. Chase Matheny, the left fielder, will be hitting second. Julian Kadama, right now second in the West Coast League in batting average, hitting .361. The shortstop will be hitting in the 3 spot. Aiden Welch, the second baseman, will be hitting cleanup. Colin Montez, the very talented outfielder out of Washington State, will be hitting 5th. Austin Hoke, the first baseman, will be hitting 6th. Gavin Logan, the catcher, hitting 7th. Omar Velos, the designated hitter, hitting in the 8th spot. And then Bennett Thompson, the third baseman, rounding out the lineup for the Bend Elks tonight here in Game 1 of this 3-game series. And getting the start on the hill for the Pickles tonight, they'll go to the southpaw. Jared Villalobos making his second start of the summer, coming in with a 1-1 record. One of the best ERAs on this Pickles pitching staff at 1.56. 30 strikeouts this season for Villalobos. As Sam Linscott will get things going here for the Bend Elks, the center fielder. And really, we talked so much already about the strong offense that we've seen from this Bend Elks squad. You can't forget about the offense that the Pickles have been putting up as well. You look at guys like Matt Chu, Ryan Gardino, Leo Mosby. They're all within the top 10 in the West Coast League in the batting average terms, as the first pitch is called a strike, as Villalobos fires the first one in there. It's the same thing with this Bend squad. 6 players combined for the Pickles and the Elks, all within the top 13 in the West Coast League in batting average. And Sam Linscott, one of them, hitting .316 this season. The team leader in RBIs with 22. Villalobos from the windup, the 1-1. That one chopped foul towards the Pickles dugout. Tony Prater, the home plate ump tonight. Mike Carr will be out in the infield. And again, the Pickles need every win they can get, looking for that final playoff spot as Villalobos gets the first K of the night. And here's Chase Matheny, 13th in the West Coast League, hitting .310. And he has been clicking inside the box on a 5-game hitting streak. That one just misses outside from Villalobos. Overall, the Bend Elks with the second best offense in the West Coast League, hitting .266, right behind the Ridgefield Raptors, as Matheny was way in front of that one. Pickles, by the way, 4th in the West Coast League, hitting .239. So a strong offensive team in the Bend Elks going up against one of the best pitching staffs in the West Coast League in the Portland Pickles, as that one is ripped foul into the netting. As right now the Pickles have the second best pitching staff in the league with a 3.18 ERA behind the Cowlitz Black Bears. One-two from Villalobos. Over to third base, Leo Mosby up with it. Over to first, 2 down. And now we'll take a look at the defensive assignments tonight for the Pickles. You saw Leo Mosby right there at the hot corner. Jacob Jablonski at short. Cam Clayton moves over to second base tonight. Ole Arnson getting the start tonight at first. Evan Leibel behind the dish. Ryan Gardino in right. Carter Monda in center. Matt Jew in left field for the Pickles tonight. Here's Julian Kadama. As I mentioned a second ago, hitting second in the league, .361 average. Right now trailing Travis Bazana of the Corvallis Knights, and behind Kadama, Leo Mosby. Off speed, 2-0. Just misses below the knees. .30 and a 4-pitch walk. So the Elks with the first base runner of the night brings up Aiden Welch, the second baseman. Aiden Welch out of CLU. And you'll see a lot of Red Hawks on this Bend Elks squad, as well as Oregon State Beavers. It really makes sense knowing that their head coach, Kyle Nelback, as that one is fouled off. Of course, a former Oregon State Beaver not too long ago, a couple years ago. Villalobos with a look back to first. Comes home. 0-2. Two misses inside. As Welch goes chasing that one upstairs. So despite a walk, Villalobos with a solid top half of the first. Pickles coming to the box for the first time tonight on the other side.
Where'd you get that shirt? Dude, I got it from the Portland Pickles. Portland Pickles? Where can I get that? I got mine online. Some people also get it at the merch stand at the games. What kind of stuff do they sell there? Dude, they got shirts, hats, hoodies, jerseys, socks, stickers. That's sick. I'm gonna have to pick some up. Hey, you definitely should.
Catch every new Portland Pickles and Wild Wild West League merch drop at pickleshop.com.
Iceland and Portland both love vodka and flexing their weird muscles. I said weird muscles, not beard muscles. Down, boys. There we go. Good beard.
Pickle vodka.
At Adventist Health Portland, we're partnering with OHSU to give our patients access to more specialists and more advanced care in more places than ever. Together, we can do so much more.
Pickles coming to the box for the first time tonight as we take a look at the order tonight for Portland, coming in with an overall record of 21-15 and 6-6 in the second half of the season. Cam Clayton in the leadoff spot tonight, playing over at second base. Matt Jew in left field will be hitting second, right now 10th in the West Coast League in batting average, hitting .318. As I mentioned, both the Pickles and the Bend Elks have guys who are hitting in the top 13 in the league right now. A couple of hot bats for both of these clubs coming into this three-game series. Carter Monda will be hitting in the 3 spot tonight. Ryan Gardino, 6th in the West Coast League, hitting .333. He's having an extremely strong week. He'll be in the cleanup spot. Leo Mosby, we talked about it a minute ago, 3rd in the West Coast League, right behind Julian Kadama, hitting .359. Evan Leibel, the catcher, hitting 6th. Jacob Jablonski hitting 7th. Ole Arnson in the lineup tonight, the first baseman hitting in the 8th spot, and Connor Hendricks, the designated hitter tonight, will round out the lineup for the Portland Pickles tonight. Getting the start on the bump tonight for the Bend Elks will be A.J. Lattery, coming in with a 3.55 ERA, a 2-1 record, making his 6th start of the summer. Comes in with 28 strikeouts on the season. As Cam Clayton will get things going here for the Pickles. A pair of future Pac-12 foes will lead things off here in the bottom of the first, with Clayton getting ready to go up to Seattle to play for the UW Huskies, and A.J. Lattery right now down in Corvallis playing for Mitch Cannon's squad at Oregon State. 1-0 popped up. Running over is the right fielder, Colin Montez, who makes the squeeze for the first out. Now I'll bring up Matt Jew. Along with that .318 average, has 35 hits, 17 RBIs for Matt Jew this season, which is 3rd on this Pickles squad. Gavin Logan getting the start behind the plate tonight for Bend. Austin Hauk over at first base. Aiden Welch at second. Here's the 1-0 as Jew taters this one. That one's heading into the trees. No doubt about that one. You knew that was gone as soon as it left the bat. A solo jack for Matt Jew, and the Pickles out to a quick 1-zip lead on the Bend Elks. That one just soared, and right on cue, gets RBI number 18 and home run number 3 in the summer. Now bring up Carter Monda as the Pickles quickly on the board. Off speed, finds the bottom half of the zone. 0-1 from Lattery. That one just misses on the outside. Julian Kadama at shortstop as we finish the defensive assignments tonight for the Bend Elks. Barrett Thompson over at the hot corner for the Elks. 1-1 as Monda fouls it off straight back. Chase Matheny in left field, Sam Linscott in center, and you saw him just a couple minutes ago, Colin Montez out in right field tonight for Bend. And really quickly, we're already going to get a mound visit here in the bottom of the first. As the pitching coach, Xander Klaus, is going to come out and check on him. So we talked about it a minute ago. These next few games, these next 2 series here at Walker Stadium are going to be crucial for the Pickles. They got to take care of business in front of their home fans if they want to get that final playoff spot in the South Division. As Lattery's going to throw a couple warm-up pitches here to see if he's okay, and no, he's not okay. He's done. trying to figure out what exactly happened to the right-hander out of Oregon State, but his night's done. So he will come out after just a third of an inning. So the Bend Elks, very quickly in the bottom of the first, will have to go to the bullpen. Already a new arm coming out for Bend on the other side.
Do you know the signs of stroke? Remember the acronym, Be Fast. B is for balance if you can't stand. E is for eyes if things are blurry. And F is for face if you got a little sag. And A is for arm if it starts to drag. S is for speech if you slur what you say. Call 911 and call right away. T is for time and the time is now. Be fast. B-E-F-A-S-T. Sing along at ohsu.edu/BeFast.
What makes Wickles Pickles so sinfully satisfying? We source only the finest ingredients, including a custom blend of spices that's been a family secret for over 90 years. So when you're ready to get wicked, pick up a jar of defiantly wholesome Wickles. Wickedly delicious.
Iceland and Portland both love vodka and flexing their weird muscles. I said weird muscles, not beard muscles. Down, boys. There we go. Good beard.
Great color vodka.
Well, after just a third, A.J. Lattery comes out. Blake Leverton will take his place here in the bottom of the first with one down. Matt Jew with a solo blast into left field to give the Pickles a quick 1-zip lead. As again, Leverton will take over here in the bottom of the first. Another Seattle University Red Hawk will come into the game here for the Bend Elks. Now, we were talking about it just a second ago. Obviously, this is a huge homestand for this Pickles squad. Obviously, every game is important down the stretch, but the Pickles need to take care of business in front of their home fans if they want to clinch that final playoff spot in the South Division. Because this is how it goes. Again, if the Corvallis Knights win the second half of the division once again, which right now they're rolling 10-2 in the second half of the season so far in the South Division for that squad down at Goss Stadium, it goes to overall winning percentage, not just in the second half, overall winning percentage. And right now the Portland Pickles have that at 583, the Ridgefield Raptors trailing them at 556. But going through the rest of the standings in the South Division in the second half, the Knights, as I mentioned a second ago, 10-2, the Ridgefield Raptors, the Cowlitz Black Bears, and the Bend Elks all sit at 7-5, with the Portland Pickles behind all of them at 6-6. So obviously some crucial games as we head into the home stretch of the regular season. So Carter Mondo will step back into the box once Leverton is ready to roll. He will step in with a 1-2 count with one down. And looking at the standings, just for reference, in the North Division in the second half, the Yakima Valley Pippins, who also claimed the first half title in the North Division, are still leading that division at 10-5 in the second half. The Bellingham Bells at 8-7. Walla Walla 5-10. Port Angeles 4-8, and then the Wenatchee Apple Sox at 4-11. So Carter Mondo will step back into the box. Remember, he faces a 1-2 count here against Blake Leverton, who will take over. So the 1-2. And goes down looking on the off speed. I was going to say, it's very rare to see a one-pitch strikeout, but Blake Leverton gets it right there on a 1-2 count. 2 down for Portland. Here's Ryan Gardino. Right now, 6th in the West Coast League, hitting .333. Has been on an absolute tear this week, highlighted by a 3-run home run as he swings at the first pitch over to short. Kodama over the first in time, and that will do it for the first. But the Pickles strike first with a solo bomb from Matt Jew as we head to the second here at Walker Stadium.
Where'd you get that shirt? Dude, I got it from the Portland Pickles. Portland Pickles? Where can I get that? I got mine online. Some people also get it at the merch tent at the games. What kind of stuff do they sell there? Dude, they got shirts, hats, hoodies, jerseys, socks, stickers. That's sick. I'm gonna have to pick some up. Hey, you definitely should.
Catch every new Portland Pickles and Wild Wild West League merch drop at pickleshop.com.
One zip Pickles as we head to the second here at Walker Stadium. Game 1 of this 3-game set between the Pickles and the Bend Elks. As Colin Montez will get things going here for Bend. Coming off an extremely strong season up on the Palouse for Washington State. Hit .316 with 7 dingers, 36 RBIs, had 17 multi-hit games for Brian Green's squad. And so far this summer, Montez hitting .259. Opposite way, foul. 1-1. As Montez hasn't played a whole lot this summer. This only his 9th game of the season. That one upstairs, 2-1. That one ripped foul, this time to the right side. Sliced opposite way into the gap. Matt Jew on his horse, can't track it down. That will bounce all the way to the wall, and Montez will be in there with a stand-up double. And a perfect example right there of why he swings a pretty big bat. So the leadoff man in scoring position here in the top of the second for the Elks. Here's Austin Hauk. Shows bunt as Hauk goes right back to Villalobos. Has nowhere to go. Thought about going to third base for a second, but because of that, didn't have enough time to throw over to first, so there's an infield bunt single. So now with the Elks with runners on the corners with no outs. So that will bring up Gavin Logan, hitting .279 this season with 13 RBIs. That one up and in for a ball. One 0 and then a throw over to first. One outside, 2-0. As he pops up the 2-0 into shallow left, Jablonski will call everyone off. Makes the grab for the first out. And here's the designated hitter, Omar Veloz. .233 average for Veloz. 9 RBIs on the summer. Big cut there. That one way outside for Villalobos. As Veloz fouls off the 1-1, 1-2. As Hauk was on the move. Another throw over to first. Colin Montez led off the top of the second with a double into left center. Austin Hauk with an infield bunt single. 2 on with no one down, or 1 down, I should say. That one outside. That one popped up, straight back foul. On the ground to second. that's going to bring home the first run of the night for the Bend Elks, out at first for the second out. But Veloz does get the RBI there. I'm trying to figure out what exactly is going on. Is Veloz is getting called back to the box. They're going to call a balk, actually. So a balk called on Jared Villalobos. So we go back to a 2-2 count with 1 out. So the run still scores. So it's still a 1-1 game. So Hauk still goes to second on the balk. So here's the 2-2, fouled off as remain 2-2. So
that's the interesting thing about the balk is the ball is not dead as it is on other plays where there's some sort of violation or time call or foul ball. Those are all.
So a little bit of a late call there by our umpiring crew tonight. So Veloz, again, back in the box with a 2-2 count off the balk. And goes down swinging. Now 2 down.
He does not end up with an RBI as suspected. Montez scores on a balk. And it ends up at the same result. 1 out on the play. Runners on the.
So now here's Bennett Thompson.
It just took 2 extra pitches. It also stole an RBI from Omar Veloz. The batter is Bennett Thompson, runner on second base, 2 outs, top of the second inning. Elks and Pickles.
First pitch. This one driven deep in the left. And that will fly over the short fence and deep left. A 2-run homer for Bennett Thompson. And just like that, the Bend Elks with their first lead of the night. After getting down 1-0 early, the Bend Elks battle back quickly to take a 3-1 lead. Bennett Thompson with his first dinger of the year. 3-1 Bend. So now we go to the top of the order with Sam Lidscott. Takes a first pitch strike. Up the middle, Cam Clayton with the backhand stop over to first. That one in time. But the Bend Elks put up a 3 spot to take the lead, 3-1. Pickles look to get it back in the bottom of the 2.
At Adventist Health Portland, we're partnering with OHSU to give our patients access to more specialists and more advanced care in more places than ever. Together, we can do so much more.
Well, there's a reason the Bend Elks are arguably the hottest team in the West Coast League right now, and you saw an example of that in the top of the second. 3 runs to take their first lead of the night, 3-1. Coming into this one, in their 5-game winning streak, they've scored a total of 55 runs. So the offense is clicking. Pickles look to get it back. And they'll see if one of the top hitters in the West Coast League can get something going here in the bottom of the second. 359 average for Leo Mosby. First pitch, that one fouled just outside the line. Mosby also with 37 hits, 33 RBIs. Both of those totals are tops on this Pickle squad. Comebacker off the leg. Leverton doesn't know where it is, and he has no play at first. Couldn't figure out where the ball landed, so there's an infield single. And here's Evan Leibel. A .261 average for the Loyola Marymount Lion. 18 hits, 11 RBIs. Leverton with the first offering as Leibel rips that one. Foul. That one just fouled. Quick move to first, and that gets past Hauk. But Mosby is going to stay at first after tripping near first base. One. Leibel ripped over to short, and that one past the glove of Kadama. And two straight hits to open up the bottom of the second for the Pickles. Here comes the shortstop out of Chico State, Jacob Jablonski. Two on, nobody down here for Portland. As Jablonski steps in with a .211 batting average, 15 RBIs. Shows bunt, lays it down, scooped up over to first. That one in time for the first out. But Jacob Jablonski does his job. Good sacrifice bunt there. And here's Ole Arnson. Arnson getting the start tonight. Coming off a tremendous college season at SIU Edwardsville, where he was second in that program in batting average at .321. Breaking ball just catches the outside. Was also second on the team in slugging percentage at .591. But so far this summer, has kind of struggled to get going, hitting only .194 this summer. Could use a big at bat right here, down 0-2. 7 RBIs for Arnson on the summer. 2 in scoring position. Here's the 0-2 as he stays alive. To Arnson, and fouls it off again. The 0-2. With 2 Pickles in scoring position, and Ole Arnson continues to battle. Off speed, got Arnston swinging. Two down, and here comes Connor Henricks. Santa Clara Bronco got off to a fiery start in a Pickles uniform earlier this season, but since then it's cooled down a little bit. Still hitting at a decent clip at 250. Ten hits, 6 RBIs, and now 15 games for Connor Henricks. The 1-0 with 2 down. That one outside for a ball. Henricks over to short. Kadama in time, and the Bend Elks, despite giving up 2 leadoff singles, get out of it and keep it a 3-1 ball game heading into the third.
Do you know the signs of stroke? Remember the acronym, be fast. B is for balance if you can't stand. E is for eyes if things are blurry. And F is for face if you got a little sag. And A is for arm if it starts to drag. S is for speech if you slur what you say. Call 911 and call right away. T is for time, and the time is now. Be fast. B-E-F-A-S-T. Sing along at ohsu.edu/befast.
Chase Matheny will get it going here for the Bend Elks to start off the top of the third. A ground out to third in his first at bat. Again, riding a 5-game hitting streak coming into game 1 of this series against the Pickles, as the first offering from Jared Villalobos is outside for a ball. Matheny currently at the University of South Carolina Upstate. Hit .204 with 4 RBIs in 26 games played. And before that, played his college ball at Lower Columbia College up in Longview, and a little bit of a West Coast League connection. Lower Columbia College's stadium, David Story Field, is obviously the home of the Cowlitz Black Bears. Two-one, Matheny into left. Matt Jew doesn't have to take many steps to his right as he flies out for the first out. Here's Julian Kadama. And he has had a solid career up in Seattle for the Redhawks. Coming off a .280 batting average season up in Seattle, led the team in multi-hit games with 16. And Kadama has been having a strong July for this Bend Elks squad. He has 6 multi-hit games in the 10 games that he has played in July. 1-1. Little blooper into the outfield, and you could see why that he's having a strong summer. There's another hit for Kadama. His first hit of the night. And he's on with a single with 1 down. Here's Aiden Welch, who struck out in his first plate appearance. Aiden Welch out of Colorado State Pueblo. First offering just misses on the outside. And Aiden Welch, another guy who has been having a strong collegiate career down at Colorado State Pueblo, like I mentioned just a second ago. He has finished with an above 300 average the last 3 seasons for the Thunderwolves. Throw over by Villalobos. One-0 to Welch. That one hammered over to Leo Mosby. Over to second in time. Out there. As the Pickles turn, the 5-4-3 double play. 2-run Bend Elks lead as we head to bottom 3 here at Walker Stadium.
Where'd you get that shirt? Dude, I got it from the Portland Pickles. Portland Pickles? Where can I get that? I got mine online. Some people also get it at the merch tent at the games. What kind of stuff do they sell there? Dude, they got shirts, hats, hoodies, jerseys, socks, stickers. That's sick. I'm gonna have to pick some up. Hey, you definitely should.
Catch every new Portland Pickles and Wild Wild West League merch drop at pickleshop.com.
Iceland and Portland both love vodka and flexing their weird muscles. I said weird muscles, not beard muscles. Down, boys. There we go. Good beard.
Great color vodka.
Time for our first look at scores around the West Coast League tonight. Up in Bellingham, the Bellingham Bells have a 1-zip lead over the Corvallis Knights in the top of the 6th. That one zipping by. The Cowlitz Black Bears on top of the Port Angeles Lefties 5-4. That one in the top of the 5th. And the Richfield Raptors, a big lead early, 7-zip on Walla Walla in the bottom of the 4th. Cam Clayton, the leadoff man, will start things off here for Portland in the bottom half of the 3rd. Clayton 0 for 1 so far with a fly out into right. Two and 0 to Clayton. That one right down the gut, 2 and 1. Off speed, catches the outside, 2 and 2. Clayton off the end of the bat into right. And once again, right to Montez. Another fly out to right for Cam Clayton. And here's Matt Jew, responsible for the only run the Pickles have so far tonight. That solo bomb back in the bottom of the 1st. That one misses above the letters. Breaking ball, Jew. That one foul. Breaking ball as Matt Jew goes down hacking. Strikeout looking for Carter Monda. You can kind of say it was like a extended at bat. He faced 2 pitchers in his first plate appearance. Of course, went up against A.J. Lattery, and then during that at bat, he took himself out of the game with an apparent injury and then stepped in against Blake Leverton and then struck out. That one way outside on that off speed. Off the fist over to second. Welch over to first, and that will retire the side. Still a 3-1 ball game heading into the 4th here at Walker Stadium.
Do you know the signs of stroke? Remember the acronym Be Fast. B is for balance if you can't stand. E is for eyes if things are blurry. And F is for face if you got a little sag. And A is for arm if it starts to drag. S is for speech if you slur what you say. Call 911 and call right away. T is for time and the time is now. Be fast. B-E-F-A-S-T. Sing along at ohsu.edu/befast.
Jared Villalobos still on the bump here for Portland as we head into the top of the fourth. Colin Montez will get things going for the Bend Elks. Second straight plate appearance that the Washington State Cougar will lead off an inning. Started off the top of the second with a double into the gap in left center and scored the first run of the night. Montez gives this one a ride deep into center. Going back to the track is Monda, who is able to track it down for the first out. Infield single on a bunt by Austin Hauk in his first AB. A swing and a miss, 0-1. Quickly 0-2 as that one is fouled off. Three pitches, one out for the second out. Here's Gavin Logan, the catcher. Currently playing his college ball down in Corvallis for the Beavers. And like I mentioned before, not only the Bend Elks, but also the Corvallis Knights are just absolutely stacked with Oregon State Beavers. And obviously here on the Pickles, you got Kyle Dernetti, you got Ian Lawson. Oh, and 2. As Villalobos works quickly here in the top of the fourth. 0-2. That one popped up. And Monda makes the grab for out number 3. As I said a second ago, Jared Villalobos, quick work here in the top of the fourth. Pickles looking for some offense to cut into this deficit or tie it up or even take the lead. We'll find out on the other side.
Do you know the signs of stroke? Remember the acronym Be Fast. B is for balance if you can't stand. E is for eyes if things are blurry. And F is for face if you got a little sag. And A is for arm if it starts to drag. S is for speech if you slur what you say. Call 911 and call right away. T is for time and the time is now. Be fast. B-E-F-A-S-T. Sing along at ohsu.edu/BeFast.
Where'd you get that shirt? Dude, I got it from the Portland Pickles. Portland Pickles? Where can I get that? I got mine online. Some people also get it at the merch tent at the games. What kind of stuff do they sell there? Dude, they got shirts, hats, hoodies, jerseys, socks, stickers. That's sick. I'm gonna have to pick some up. Hey, you definitely should.
Catch every new Portland Pickles and Wild Wild West League merch drop at pickleshop.com.
Iceland and Portland both love vodka and flexing their weird muscles. I said weird muscles, not beard muscles. Down, boys. There we go. Good beard.
Great color vodka.
right now with Coach John Jensen. John, 3-1 deficit after only 2 innings of play, but yeah, we still got plenty of time.
Yeah, definitely. I think that first inning too for us was a little.
So after the ground out by Ryan Gardino, 1 down here for the Pickles. Leo Mosby steps in. 1 for 1 so far with a single. Again, a hot and humid night here in the Rose City. Right now, 88 degrees with 40% humidity. And thankfully, it's not as hot as they originally forecasted coming into this Friday night. We talked about it last night in that Game 3 against Port Angeles. Originally, they were saying it was supposed to be 99 degrees today. But thankfully for us, we got all the cloud cover here in Portland today, which cooled it off a little bit. But still a little warm. Mosby ripped up the middle for another base hit. Two for 2. Evan Leibel also with a single in this one. Pickles struck first in the bottom of the first, thanks to a single home run off the bat of Matt Jew, but the Bend Elks answered with 3 in the top half of the second. As Barrett Thompson went deep with a dinger of his own, that one a 2-run homer. Quick move at first. Off speed, just misses outside. Leibel pops this one up. Wasn't happy with that swing as he flies out for the second out. Two down for Jacob Jablonski. So far in this one, lay down a sacrifice bunt. Losby on the move. That one bounced off the glove of Kadama. But a good backup there by Aiden Welch to make sure that didn't get into center field. So the Pickles now with a runner in scoring position looking to cut this deficit in half. Or make it a 1-run game, I should say. That one fouled off. 2-1 to Jablonski, and now 2-2. Long look back at second. Two's home from Leverton. That one outside. Another foul. Payoff with 2 down. Jablonski goes down swinging. Another big strikeout there for Blake Leverton. To the 5th, 3-1 Bend.
Do you know the signs of stroke? Remember the acronym, be fast. B is for balance if you can't stand. E is for eyes if things are blurry. And F is for face if you got a little sag. And A is for arm if it starts to drag. S is for speech if you slur what you say. Call 911 and call right away. T is for time and the time is now. Be fast. B-E-F-A-S-T. Sing along at ohsu.edu/befast.
Iceland and Portland both love vodka and flexing their weird muscles. I said weird muscles, not beard muscles. Down, boys. There we go. Good beard.
Great call vodka.
Pickles going to the pen here in the top of the 5th. Ryan Svenningston will take over here for Portland. After 4 innings from Jared Villalobos, gave up 3 runs on 4 hits. Svenningston comes into this one with a 4.15 ERA with 3 strikeouts, making his 6th appearance this season. As he will face the bottom of the Bend Elks order. As Omar Velos will lead it off here for the Elks. Struck out in his first plate appearance back in the 2nd. Currently playing his college ball down at Cal State Fullerton. First pitch, fouled off. Oh, and 2, another souvenir. And that's one of the observations from this game so far is there have been a lot of foul balls. A lot of chances for fans to take a ball home tonight for sure. 0-2. That one way upstairs. High chopper over to second. Clayton quickly over to first for the first out. Good play by Clayton over at second to play it off the hop. And we talk about it so much this season. That's the one thing that stands out to his future college coach and Lindsey Meggs. Talks so much about Cam Clayton's ability out in the field. You know, when you play in the Pac-12, you got to be solid out in the infield, and Lindsey Meggs says that Cam Clayton could definitely provide that for that Husky squad once he arrives on campus. So it'll definitely be interesting to see if Clayton can make an early impact for that program who finished last in the Pac-12 in 2021. As Barrett Thompson didn't go around 1-0, of course, had the big offensive highlight for the Bend Elks so far in this one with that 2-run homer back in the second to make it a 3-1 lead for Bend. (2-0), 3-0. Going right down the middle, 3-1. Fouled off, 3-2. Svenningsson trying to battle back after getting down early, 3-0 in the count. The payoff. And popped up into the berm. The payoff on repeat. Inside, ball 4. Back to the top of the order for the Elks and Sam Linscott. Oh for 2 tonight so far with a strikeout and a ground out. Currently playing his college ball at Lewis Clark State out in Lewiston, Idaho. That a fantastic NAIA program. Of course, that program won 3 straight national titles from 2015 through 2017. And they came close to another title just a couple months ago, falling in the NAIA World Series semifinals, finishing the season 44-6. Hit .295 with 5 home runs and 22 RBIs on that national championship semifinal squad, as that one is fouled off. 3-1. On the hit and run, that one hammered, but foul. Beautiful pickoff by Ryan Spenningson. First time this season, I believe we've seen someone get a pickoff at first. So instead, with one on with one down, payoff pitch upcoming with two down. Definitely went around, strike three. Big pickoff move by Ryan Spenningson. Pickles still looking for more offense as we head to the bottom of the fifth.
Where'd you get that shirt? Dude, I got it from the Portland Pickles. Portland Pickles? Where can I get that? I got mine online. Some people also get it at the merch tent at the games. What kind of stuff do they sell there? Dude, they got shirts, hats, hoodies, jerseys, socks, stickers. That's sick. I'm gonna have to pick some up. Hey, you definitely should.
Catch every new Portland Pickles and Wild Wild West League merch drop at pickleshop.com.
One of the most entertaining parts of every Pickles game, the dizzy back competition. I'd say it's probably about a 75-80% chance that we'll see somebody fall down. So the odds in our favor, definitely, for sure.
Come on, you can go faster than that. 7, 8, 9.
Got to keep spinning.
10. There we go.
And there he goes. Oh, and she goes down too. But who's going to win? I think that upped it to about 83% chance. Gotta love the hijinks that you find every night here at Walker Stadium. Pickles stepping back into the box as Ole Arnson will lead it off. So far 0 for 1 with a strikeout. The only run so far for the Pickles came in the bottom of the first off that solo home run from Matt Jube. But since then, the Bend Elks have taken the lead. And the Pickles offense still looking to produce. 2-0.
Walker Stadium, if you go to the merch tent in the city and buy something, free tennis balls for Lunchable.
2-1. Two-1 Arnson. 3-1. It may be hot, but it's another beautiful night. Can't complain about that. As Arnson thought he got balled 4, but he'll be called back by Tony Prater. Arnson fouls it off. Definitely beautiful sky, but still doesn't compare to what we had here at Walker Stadium 2 nights ago for that game against Port Angeles. It was like cotton candy sky. Another payoff to Arnson. Pops straight up in the infield. Leverton will make the squeeze. Didn't have to move that far from the mound. Here's Connor Hendricks. Also 0 for 1 so far with a ground out to short. First pitch popped up into center. Linscott underneath it, 2 down. And now back to the top of the order with Cam Clayton. And you know the heat's not going to phase Dylan T. Pickle whatsoever. Here's Clayton, 0 for 2, with a pair of flyouts to right field. One and one to Clayton. No one catches the upper half. Full count, 2 down. Chopper down the line at first. And they'll step on the bag, and that will do it. Another 3 up, 3 down inning for the Pickles as we continue to zip through this one. Top 6 we go, still 3-1 Elks.
Do you know the signs of stroke? Remember the acronym, be fast. B is for balance if you can't stand. E is for eyes if things are blurry. And F is for face if you got a little sag. And A is for arm if it starts to drag. S is for speech if you slur what you say. Call 911 and call right away. T is for time and the time is now. Be fast. B-E-F-A-S-T. Sing along at ohsu.edu/befast.
Iceland and Portland both love vodka and flexing their weird muscles. I said weird muscles, not beard muscles. Down, boys. There we go. Good beard.
Break a vodka.
As I said a second ago, another beautiful night. Even though it's hot and humid, you can't beat this view. On a Friday night for some West Coast League baseball. Another red sky at night. And that just means we're due for another beautiful day tomorrow. One of the best backdrops easily in the West Coast League, no question about that. No complaints whatsoever. Maybe almost 90 degrees, but the view makes up for it, no question about that. Chase Matheny will lead it off for the Elks. 0 for 2 so far tonight. First offering from Ryan Svenningsson is above the letters for a ball. By the way, a defensive substitution for the Pickles here in the top of the sixth. Justin DeCrisio will take over at second base. Two and 0. That one ripped into center, and that's going to drop. And Chase Matheny has his first hit of the night, and that extends his hit streak to 6 games. Another move over to first by Ryan Svenningsson, who had that great pickoff last inning. Julian Kodama with a single and a walk so far in this one. Another throw over.
In the fourth inning, Elks went down in order. Montez Houck and Logan all retired in a row, 1, 2, 3. In the fifth inning, the Elks again had a one-out base runner in Bend Elks, but he was picked up. It's going to start down here in the first. First out frame to go down the final account. Pickoff moves to Chase and Kate. Maybe not the biggest base stealing threat in the Elks order, but
361 average for Julian Kodama. Second best average in the West Coast League. That one foul. As Aiden Welch will snag that one in the on-deck circle. Kodama trailing only Travis Bazzana with the Corvallis Knights for the best batting average in the West Coast League. And the future Oregon State Beaver down there at Goss Stadium is on an absolute tear. Matheny on the move. And Evan Leibel with a laser down to second to get Matheny trying to swipe second. One down. Two-one to Kodama. Bazzana, by the way, getting back to my original talking point, 448 this entire season for the Corvallis Knights. And you know the Oregon State head coach Mitch Canham, he sees those stats, he's got to be giddy for him to finally put on an Oregon State Beaver jersey coming up in the 2022 campaign. Three-one. Kodama with 35 hits, 18 RBIs on the season. And Kodama draws the walk.
We got beer in a backpack out here, Joe. Do we have frozen lemon anywhere? I was checking.
Here's Aiden Welch, 0 for 2 with a strikeout and also grounded into a 5-4-3 double play. 0-1. And again, this homestand continues tomorrow night in Game 2 of this series against the Bend Elks. Tomorrow night, again, another 7:05 first pitch between the Pickles and the Elks. It'll be Keep Portland Weird night here at Walker Stadium as Svenningsson again throws over to first. Because when you're in the Rose City, when you're in the city of Portland, you have to have at least one Keep Portland Weird night. You have to. Of course, a doubleheader here at Walker Stadium tomorrow featuring some Wild Wild West League action between the Portland Gherkins and the Portland Rosebuds. That one at 3:35. And then Game 3 of the series Sunday night, another 7:05 first pitch between these two clubs. It'll be Soccer City USA night, as the Pickles will be debuting exclusive Portland Pickles soccer kits for the matchup, which will be auctioned off during the game and given to fans after the game as part of a special ceremony. That one hammered into left field, and that one looks like it's a ground rule double. No, it's a home run. So there's a 2-run blast for Aiden Welch. So now it's a 5-1 Bend Elks lead. There was a little bit of a delay on whether it was going to be ruled a ground rule double or a home run, but that flew over the fence. And from our vantage point, it was hard to see if that got over the wall or not, but it did. So now a 5-1 Bend lead.
Two-run homer for Aiden Welch. Before tonight, the Elks had never hit 2 home runs in the same game. Aiden Welch breaks that. It's the Elks their second homer of the night. 5-1 lead over the Pickles. Alan Montez now bats, takes the
Here's Montez. And again, we've seen it so much here at Walker Stadium. If you get good contact, even like a really hard line drive that goes into that deep left field or right field where those walls are maybe, I want to say, probably about 4 feet high maybe, probably around there, it can get out. 3-0. The 3-0. That one way upstairs. 4-pitch walk. And that will lead to a mound visit. And Svenningsson's probably done as Mags will come out. And that will do it. And you can tell Svenningsson not happy with giving up that 2-run blast. Another pitcher coming in for the Pickles with the Elks leading 5-1 here in the top of the 6th.
Where'd you get that shirt? Dude, I got it from the Portland Pickles. Portland Pickles? Where can I get that? I got mine online. Some people also get it at the merch tent at the games. What kind of stuff do they sell there? Dude, they got shirts, hats, hoodies, jerseys, socks, stickers. That's sick. I'm gonna have to pick some up. Hey, you definitely should.
Catch every new Portland Pickles and Wild Wild West League merch drop at pickleshop.com.
What makes Wickles Pickles so sinfully satisfying? We source only the finest ingredients, including a custom blend of spices that's been a family secret for over 90 years. So when you're ready to get wicked, pick up a jar of defiantly wholesome Wickles. Wickedly delicious.
Adventist Health Portland, we're partnering with OHSU to give our patients access to more specialists and more advanced care in more places than ever. Together, we can do so much more.
Where'd you get that shirt?
Daniel Garcia will be the pinch hitter here in the top of the sixth. Kyle Larson will be the new pitcher out of the pen for the Pickles with a 5-1 lead. This one belted deep into right on the track. Gardino makes a catch right in front of the wall. For a second, it looks like we were going to get another home run in this game, in the second here in the top of the sixth for the Bend Elks. But now 2 down here for the Elks. Here's Gavin Logan, the catcher. Runner trying to steal second, and that will get into the outfield as Montez will get the stolen base. That one burns the outer half. Over to second. DeCrisio over to first in time. But the Elks add on to their lead. 5-1 off another home run as we head to the bottom half of the sixth.
Iceland and Portland both love vodka and flexing their weird muscles. I said weird muscles, not beard muscles. Down, boys. There we go. Good beard.
Break of vodka.
Once again, beautiful night for baseball here at Walker Stadium. A beautiful sight, but you know Pickles fans are wanting something more. A Pickles comeback down 5-1 as we head into the bottom of the sixth. As the Bend Elks have really relied on the long ball in this one so far. A 2-run home run off the bat of Barrett Thompson back in the second inning, and then in the top of the sixth, another 2-run dinger, this time from Aiden Welch. Here's Matt Jew, who will look to get some sort of offensive momentum going here for the Pickles. And speaking of home runs, Matt Jew Also has a dinger of his own, a solo blast back in the bottom of the first that gave the Pickles a 1-0 lead. 1 for 2 overall with that home run and a strikeout. That one off the end of the bat, looped into center field. A leadoff single for Matt Chu, who's now 2 for 3.
Keep the energy high for your center fielder, number 23,
Carter Monda tonight, 0 for 2. A strikeout looking and a ground out tonight so far for Monda. Out of Clark Community College. Off speed from Leverton.
Let's go, Pickles! Let's go, Pickles! Let's go, Pickles!
Pickles fans treated to another beautiful sight tonight here at Walker Stadium. As the Red Sky makes another appearance this week. Breaking ball, Monda off the fist, popped up and foul ground. Looks like it went into the Wickles Pickles party deck just below us. That's too bad we haven't had a foul ball yet coming here to the press box. I know it might be kind of hard just based on the angle, and because the only way I could see a foul ball getting into the press box is if it softly barely goes over the netting. That one outside. 1 and 2.
Everybody, Kevin's got a bucket. Real smooth.
The 1-2 for Monda. That one again off the fists, and he was ticked off. Threw the bat down and flies out to Barrett Thompson. And steps in Ryan Gardino. Lays down the bunt. Over to third, Thompson fires over to first. That one in time for the second out, but that moves Matt Chu over to second. And here's Leo Mosby. Mosby with a strong night at the dish so far. 2 for 2 with 2 singles. Looking to provide some offense here as the Pickles try to claw their way back into this one, down 5-1. The first pitch to Mosby, ripped into left field, and this is why he is second in the West Coast League in RBIs, as Mosby, with that 34th ribby, is now tied for the West Coast League lead. A 5-2 ball game now, as the Pickles fans can now raise the chairs.
Keep it going for your catcher, number 3, Evan Lago.
3 for 3 tonight, Leo Mosby. Here's Evan Leibel, 1 for 2 with a single and a flyout in this one. That one inside, 1-0. Over to first to check on Mosby. catches the outer half. So as I mentioned a second ago, Leo Mosby now with his 34th RBI. He is now tied with Colby Morales of the Ridgefield Raptors with 34 for the lead in the West Coast League.
Let's go, Pickles! Let's go, Pickles! Let's go, Pickles! Let's go, Pickles!
3-1. As Leibel fouls it off.
First, Mosby will get a head start. 2 outs. Bottom of the 6th inning. Pickles at the plate. They've got 1 run in this frame, and Blake Pepperton 1 strike away from keeping that damage out of him. Left-handed hitter Lyons stands in against the righty Pepperton. The first now comes second. Mosby not being held on the payoff pitch.
Off the fist, over to the left side. Todama in time for the 3rd out. As the throw just beats Leibel. But the Pickles cut into the deficit. 3-run game heading to the 7th.
What makes Wickles Pickles so sinfully satisfying? We source only the finest ingredients, including a custom blend of spices that's been a family secret for over 90 years. So when you're ready to get wicked, pick up a jar of defiantly wholesome Wickles. Wickedly delicious.
At Adventist Health Portland, we're partnering with OHSU to give our patients access to more specialists and more advanced care in more places than ever. Together, we can do so much more.
Do you know the signs of stroke? Remember the acronym, be fast. B is for balance if you can't stand. E is for eyes if things are blurry. And F is for face if you got a little sag. And A is for arm if it starts to drag. S is for speech if you slur what you say. Call 911 and call right away.
3-run ball game. As we head to the top of the 7th, a 5-2 Bend Elks lead, trying to win their 6th straight game. Coming off a sweep. Or the offense, as we mentioned before, has really been clicking for this Elks squad. As Omar Velos will get things going here for Bend. A strikeout and a ground out so far tonight. Larson from the wind. 0-2 as Velos goes chasing at one low and outside. And again, we emphasize how important it is in these final few games of the regular season. The Pickles got to get as many wins as they can. They got to get that winning percentage above Ridgefield. And tonight's a perfect example, trailing 5-2. As Velos goes down swinging. Down 5-2 are these Pickles, while up I-5 in Ridgefield, the Raptors are up big on Walla Walla, 14-2. Here's Barrett Thompson. A 2-run home run back in the second and a walk in the fifth. That one way up high. Because right now it is the Pickles and the Ridgefield Raptors essentially battling it out for the wild card spot in the South Division. Again, if the Corvallis Knights have the best record in the South Division again in the second half, it then goes to overall winning percentage. Not just in the second half, overall, the entire season. And coming into tonight, the Pickles with a .583 winning percentage, Ridgefield with .556. Three and one. And Thompson on with another walk. Back to the top of the Elks order and Sam Linscott. As Linscott tonight 0 for 3. Well, it looks like Mike Carr looked like he called a balk, but then said, nope, never mind, my bad. 2-0. As there is an arm getting loose in the Pickles bullpen right now. Pop foul. But again, there's still a couple of weeks left in the regular season. The Knights, even though they're 10-2 right now in the second half of the season, you never know. We talked about it before. There is just a logjam for second place in the standings behind the Knights right now, between the Bend Elks, the Corvallis Knights, and another throw over. Three and one. Ridgefield, Cowlitz, and Bend. All tied at 7 and 5. That one popped up into center. Monda gets underneath it. 2 down.
Cheer for bad boy Jake, everybody. Working hard.
And by the way, speaking of the Corvallis Knights, they are now 11-2 in the second half. That one already is wrapped up in Bellingham with the Knights taking down the Bells 2-1. A game that didn't even make it to 2.5 innings, or 2.5 hours, I should say. One for 3 is Chase Matheny tonight with a ground out, a fly out, and a single as Matheny was behind on that one. And here comes Brian Grant. As he'll come out and talk to his southpaw. So we mentioned the Richfield Raptors up 14-2. The Knights getting the W. And up in Longview, the Cowlitz Black Bears rolling right now, 13-4 over Port Angeles. That one in the top of the ninth. So the Knights will go to 11-2 in the second half. And if these leads hold, the Ridgefield Raptors, the Cowlitz Black Bears, both of them will go to 8-5, as well as the Bend Elks, if they hold on to this lead tonight. Two, 2-1, and another move to first. That one fouled off straight back. Now we got a balk. So scratch that foul ball. We'll keep it at 2-1. As Chase Matheny now with the fellow Elk in scoring position, trying to extend this 5-2 lead on a 6-game hitting streak. That one ripped, but foul off the netting. Of course, one of the new features here at Walker Stadium this season, the netting that goes all the way down to the foul pole. You're starting to see more and more of at many MLB ballparks. Of course, adding an extra layer of safety to fans sitting in those outfield berms. Two's home. Above the letters. The payoff with 2 down. Matheny, a blooper, and that's going to drop. Around third is Thompson, and he will score. And Chase Matheny showing why he's now on a 6-game hitting streak and why the Bend Elks are absolutely rolling as the hottest team in the South Division right now, as they have now scored 61 total runs over the last 6 games as Matheny gets the RBI single to make it a 6-2 ball game. Here's Julian Kadama. First pitch fouled off. Kodama, 2 walks and a single in this one. Also with a run scored tonight for Kodama. Hit and run. That one driven deep into right center. Going back is Monda, and he makes the catch right in front of the warning track. But the Bears add on to their lead, 6-2. Stretch time here at Walker Stadium as the Pickles look to get their bats going, down by 4.
Where'd you get that shirt? Dude, I got it from the Portland Pickles. Portland Pickles? Where can I get that? I got mine online. Some people also get it at the merch tent at the games. What kind of stuff do they sell there? Dude, they got shirts, hats, hoodies, jerseys, socks, stickers. That's sick. I'm gonna have to pick some up. Hey, you definitely should.
Catch every new Portland Pickles and Wild Wild West League merch drop at pickleshop.com.
At Adventist Health Portland, we're partnering with OHSU to give our patients access to more specialists and more advanced care in more places than ever. Together, we can do so much more.
Seems like a bad decision.
Pickles! Don't let it to shame, or it's one.
I do.
Give yourselves a hand. Outstanding. I love it. That's my favorite song. Second only to Oakland.
Elks going to run back to make it a 4-run game once again, heading into the bottom of the 7th. Jacob Jablonski will lead it off here in the bottom of the 7th. Pickles looking to avoid dropping back-to-back games.
We're going to need some runs. We're going to need some Rob Thomas and Santana playing smooth.
Jablonski tonight with a sack bunt and a strikeout. First offering, that one high.
Let's go, Pickles! Let's go, Pickles!
2-0, also upstairs.
Pickles! Let's go, Pickles! Get Jablonski!
That one burns the outer half. Blake Leverton back on the bump here for the Elks. That one foul. And Leverton has been solid on the hill tonight. 5 2/3 innings of work. Has given up 5 hits and 1 earned run with 4 strikeouts. Took over with just 1 out, or 2 outs, I should say, in the top of the first, bottom of the first, I should say. That one just misses. Took over in the bottom of the first after A.J. Lattery took himself out of the game with an apparent injury, but has been solid, at the risk of sounding like a broken record, on the mound ever since he took over. And that one just misses outside.
Nice. Good eye, Jablonski.
And a pinch hitter, Ivan Luna, will take his first sacks of the night.
Make some noise for Ole Arntzen and the family being here. Yeah, Gam Gam, all the way from Utah.
Did you know that the play right now is Swaggy Boy? And now batting number 10, Ivan Luna.
They love the Lunas. They were here last night. The Lunas.
Looking to provide some offense off the bench for the Pickles. Down 6-2. Just misses outside.
Let's go, Pickles.
Luna hitting 200 on the summer. 17 hits, 16 RBIs. Pickles fans trying to create whatever energy they can to help lift the Pickles and try to help Portland chip away at this deficit. And one catches the upper half, 1-2.
Let's go, Pickles. Let's go, Pickles. Let's go.
Off the end of the bat, over to second. Welch tags him over to first in time as Welch gets the 4-3 double play as he was able to tag out Jacob Jablonski and then get Ivan Luna out at first. And just like that, 2 down for Connor Hendricks. Oh, and 1. Oh, and 2. Dylan T always popular. I mean, how can you not get attention when you're a 7-foot pickle? Appreciate Kev trying to make some noise out in the stands. Trying to create some energy. That one's outside for a ball. And that will do it for the bottom of the 7th. To the 8th, as the Elks look to extend this lead here at Walker Stadium.
Do you know the signs of stroke? Remember the acronym Be Fast. B is for balance if you can't stand. E is for eyes if things are blurry. And F is for face if you got a little sag. And A is for arm if it starts to drag. S is for speech if you slur what you say. Call 911 and call right away. T is for time and the time is now. Be fast. B-E-F-A-S-T. Sing along at ohsu.edu/befast.
Where'd you get that shirt? Dude, I got it from the Portland Pickles. Portland Pickles? Where can I get that? I got mine online. Some people also get it at the merch tent at the games.
What kind of stuff do they sell there?
Dude, they got shirts, hats, hoodies, jerseys, socks, stickers.
That's sick. I'm gonna have to pick some up.
Hey, you definitely should.
Catch every new Portland Pickles and Wild Wild West League merch drop at pickleshop.com.
Evan Tomlinson, another pitcher in for the Pickles as they'll once again go to the bullpen. Comes in with a 7.71 ERA, 3 strikeouts in 4 2/3 innings of work, making his 5th appearance of the season.
New pitcher on the bump for your Pickles, number 24, Evan Tomlinson.
Looking to hold this Bend Elks squad to just 6 runs.
Leading off for the Elks, number 12, Aiden Welch.
As Aiden Welch will lead it off. Coming off a 2-run dinger back in the 6th. First offering from Tomlinson, right down the gut. That one catches the outer half. Along with that 2-run home run, also grounded into a 5-4-3 double play and struck out swinging. 1-2. And there's another strikeout. Here's Colin Montez. Has reached base twice tonight with a double and a walk. Also flew out to center. And we talked about it last night when we saw Elias Farland come in and was impressive on the hill. Colin Montez has been a constant presence in the crimson and gray up in Pullman. That one fouled off. Of course, an important part of that Washington State squad who finished with their first winning season since 2015. A lot of hope and excitement for Brian Green's squad. Over to short. Jablonski and Ivan Luna can't pick it. Don't really see a whole lot of errors from this Pickles squad. Solid in the field. Up until tonight, they were the best fielding team in the West Coast League with a .972 fielding percentage. But now they are second. As the first offering to Daniel Garcia is fouled off. Flew out to right field in his first plate appearance back in the 6th. Another move. Fouled off and will remain at 1-2. And we have our second final of the night. The Cowlitz Black Bears taking on Port Angeles 13-4. 1-2. Attempted hit and run, and that is ripped foul into the berm. And the only other game still in progress between Ridgefield and Walla Walla, 17-2 Raptors. The best offense in the league, again, continuing to produce. 1-2 as Garcia goes down swinging. Two Ks for Tomlinson here in the 8th. Here's Gavin Logan. 0 for 3 tonight. Opposite way, but foul into the netting. And the 0-2 misses low. Throw down to second. In time. Evan Leibel once again showing off the gun. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Pickles needing offense right now, trailing by 4.
Where'd you get that shirt? Dude, I got it from the Portland Pickles. Portland Pickles? Where can I get that? I got mine online. Some people also get it at the merch tent at the games. What kind of stuff do they sell there? Dude, they got shirts, hats, hoodies, jerseys, socks, stickers. That's sick. I'm gonna have to pick some up. Hey, you definitely should.
Catch every new Portland Pickles and Wild Wild West League merch drop at pickleshop.com.
At Adventist Health Portland, we're partnering with OHSU to give our patients access to more specialists and more advanced care in more places than ever. Together, we can do so much more.
Do you you know the signs of stroke? Remember the acronym, be fast. B is for balance if you can't stand. E is for eyes if things are blurry. And F is for face if you got a little sag. And A is for arm if it starts to drag. S is for speech if you slur what you say. Call 911 and call right away. T is for time and the time is now. Be fast. B-E-F-A-S-T. Sing along at ohsu.edu/befast.
Look at this guy. 6'5". Look at that guy. He's gorgeous.
All right, we got a baseball game in Walker Stadium. What do you say?
Pickles down to their final 6 outs. They need offense now, as they will face the new pitcher coming in for the Elks. Cameron Smith will take over. A 5.40 ERA with 15 strikeouts, making his 10th appearance of the season. Here's Justin DeCrisio with his first at bat of the night. Following a solid performance on the mound by Blake Leverton. 1-0. That one catches the zone. Late on that one. Leverton, by the way, 6 2/3 innings, gave up only 1 earned run and 5 strikeouts. Off the end of the bat over to second base. Welch flips it over with the glove, not in time. DeCrisio able to beat it out. Showing off the wheels down the first base line.
Now batting your left fielder, number 30.
Matt Jew with a solid night in the box. A solo home run back in the first and a single. 2 for 3 tonight. Behind on that one, 0-2. Oh, 2 with the Pickles down, 6-2. Popped up opposite way. In the shallow right, running in is Montez, and that's going to drop. DeCrisio on his horse gets to second. So Matt Jew now 3 for 4. Too tough of a play for Colin Montez to track that down. And the Pickles faithful starting to get loud. Here's Carter Monda. A strikeout, a ground out, and a pop out tonight for Monda. 0 for 3 tonight. Would love his first hit right here in a big spot. Breaking ball. Blocked there by Logan. We'll get a meeting on the mound among the infielders and the pitcher and the catcher. Monda, Gardino, Mosby due up for the Pickles here in the bottom of the 8th. One to Monda. Monda. Opposite way, going back. Montez on the track, makes the catch. DeCrisio tagging up from second, and he'll move up 90 feet. And here's Ryan Gardino. Runners on the corners. One down. And despite Gardino having a big week, it's been a slow night offensively. 2 groundouts and a sack bunt for Ryan Gardino. Pickles could use a big at-bat here from Gardino. Big hack there. Two big cuts there from Gardino.
Let's go, Pickles! Let's go, Pickles! Let's go, Pickles! Let's go, Pickles!
Oh, 2. Blew it by him. As Cameron Smith gets the strikeout.
He's on the hot corner. Number 60,
Leo Mosby with a big night. 3 singles, 3 for 3, including one that brought home a run in the 6th. First pitch, hit into right. Montez backing up, makes the squeeze. The Pickles once again threatened, but another goose egg on the board. We head to the 9th. Still a 6-2 Bend lead.
Where'd you get that shirt? Dude, I got it from the Portland Pickles. Portland Pickles? Where can I get that? I got mine online. Some people also get it at the merch tent at the games. What kind of stuff do they sell there? Dude, they got shirts, hats, hoodies, jerseys, socks, stickers. That's sick. I'm gonna have to pick some up. Hey, you definitely should.
Catch every new Portland Pickles and Wild Wild West League merch drop at pickleshop.com.
Do you know the signs of stroke? Remember the acronym, be fast. B is for balance if you can't stand. E is for eyes if things are blurry. And F F is for face if you got a little sag, and A is for arm if it starts to drag. S is for speech if you slur what you say, call 911 and call right away. T is for time, and the time is now. Be fast. B-E-F-A-S-T. Sing along at ohsu.edu/befast.
Where'd you get that shirt? Dude, I got it from the Portland Pickles. Portland Pickles? Where can I get that? I got mine online. Some people also get it at the merch tent at the games. What kind of stuff do they sell there? Dude, they got shirts, hats, hoodies, jerseys, socks, stickers. That's sick. I'm gonna have to pick some up. Hey, you definitely should.
Catch every new Portland Pickles and Wild Wild West League merch drop at pickleshop.com.
Iceland and Portland both love vodka and flexing their weird muscles. I said weird muscles, not beard muscles. Down, boys. There we go. Good beard.
Break all vodka.
Portland once again going to the pen. Derek Drees will come in.
Why do you say so? I want to let you hang out there with me. Yeah, they got a long way to go.
Now the fifth arm used tonight by this Portland squad.
Leading out for Bend, number 27, Gavin Logan.
As Drees has now made an appearance in 3 of the last 4 games. As he will face the bottom of the Elks order. Here's Gavin Logan.